You know when there's like a tiny little hair stuck in the collar of your shirt and like it keeps like itching? That's gonna bother me the whole fucking episode. Salut tout le monde, it's your special puzzle boy, Lukael. Welcome back to Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. This is episode 6. In the previous episode, we did a bunch of stuff that had been nagging at me for a while, namely the journal in the library, opening the astronomical clock, opening the graveyard. We went in the mausoleum. We found the left eye. Now we're going to be looking for the right eye. We went in the red maze. We released all the maze men, whatever they are. And today we're going to be looking for the script pages by, I guess, seeking out these maze men. So will we finally figure out what the hell is going on in today's episode? One can only hope. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. Let's solve some puzzles. Without any further ado, let's jump right back in. So I guess we will be seeking these mysterious maze men. One of which was in this room here. Is the one in this room like already gone? I guess we're looking for rooms where our glasses kind of flicker. Right? Or do they just kind of show up randomly? Maybe they just show up randomly as you're like walking around. Or do they wait in specific rooms? I don't think they ever show up outside though. Maybe only one can show up at a time. And then like you have to find the next one. I'm trying to figure out like how they function. They never seem to show up in rooms with a computer, thankfully. Looking for a creepy floating man to sweep me off my feet. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Like they could be anywhere. How am I supposed to find them? Is there maybe a clue on the map? Maybe there's like a little maze symbol on the map or something? Doesn't seem like it. Well, that's annoying. We might be wandering around for a long time before we actually find one of them. Can't you give me like a hint as to their location? Maybe we need to turn in the script page in that man's room before the next one shows up. You know, maybe. He's over here. Yes? Is this about the script pages? Under the door, slide it in. Wait, I haven't examined it, but maybe examining it only like reads it. Oh. Appeared after an otherworldly encounter with the Maze Man. Machine typed, despite its paper-like appearance, it weighs several kilograms, really. That's weird to imagine a sheet of paper that weighs like a lot. An apparition like the Maze Man with disconnected traits such as a human body and an object-based head often has an allegorical essence and tend to present a cerebral challenge. If defeated in such a challenge, beings like these tend to reward its defeater with something of great personal relevance. The reward might have similarly disconnected traits, in this case the appearance of something light, such as a feather or paper, but the physical characteristics of something much heavier. This is often allegorical and can be assumed that the object has information of considerable emotional value stored within. Interesting. Alright, is he gonna give us something? Maybe he gives us like the key to one of the doors or to the puzzle boxes for each page. But it would make sense that there would be 9 script pages because there were 9 pieces of the maze, which means there's 9 maze men. 9 script pages. Are there 9 puzzle boxes? Thank you, Signorina. That's it? I kind of thought you were gonna give me something for it, but I guess not. That's unfortunate. How am I to find these men? Like, do you just really wander around randomly until you find them? Man, I went from like really not wanting to run into these guys to actually having to look for them. Qu'est-ce que tu fais le faux? Oh, qui t'en le faux? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? You want to make a little cameo appearance in my video? Is that why you keep bothering me? Everyone, Picaro has something very important to say. He's saying, pay attention to me. Wonderful. Tu veux me déranger? Do you know where the maze men are? I'm looking for them. Alright, get the hell out of here while I'm recording. Oh! Hello. Befragungsraum. We have a few details that we cannot seem to get right. Please try to remember. And the pages, these scenes we see, they basically depict what's happening in the script pages, right? So we've got the man, the dog is there, and there's me hiding my... I'm holding up the number 3. This is gonna be important. There's a red rose, a glass of wine. He's holding a glass of wine. There's 5 candles. The dog is there. 2 forks and 2 knives each. No, she only has the 1 knife. So 4 forks, 3 knives, and a bottle. I feel like that should be pretty much everything. Like, I noted down every single thing in the scene last time, and the question was actually pretty basic. It was just what's the word on the computer, so let's see. Do you remember? I remember it. Very well. God, they make this very intense. How many arms did the candelabra have? 4? Because there were 5 candles? Uh-oh. This is inconsistent with our information. Game over, straight up. Wow. Shit, I guess there were more than 1 candle per arm. Now, is it going to be the same question, like, every time? I assume it's going to be, like, a different question. Is he going to show up in the same room? Also, he showed up in a room with a computer, didn't he? I thought that wasn't possible. Yeah, he showed up here. But now my glasses aren't flickering. So is it just random? This is such a strange mechanic, this floating man, because everything about him kind of makes you feel like you're supposed to avoid him, right? The fact that he advances very slowly, but then you need to deal with them to get the pages. Like, it's a mandatory part of the game, so that part of the game design is a little strange. Like, I could see some people being stuck in the game because they're like, well, I'm supposed to avoid these men, obviously. Like, the game warns you that they're very dangerous, so like, I can see a lot of people just wanting to avoid them, like I was. But you actually need to deal with them, so... And it doesn't seem like he always shows up in the same room, so is it just like random? Is it that he only shows up after a set amount of time? I assume it's going to be the same scene because the first page we got was the first page. And then, so this would be the second page. So it's probably going to be the same scene again, but I'm guessing a different question. Like they probably don't just ask you the same. It was the same candelabra, wasn't it? It has 4 arms. Isn't that what I said? Is there really no clue to their location? If it's just random, I don't like that. Because it's an element of randomness in a game that is so finely tuned down to the last detail. You know, it's like a watch. It's very precise. But then you get this element that is kind of random. Can you show me a little maze symbol when I get the room that he's in or something? Like, I haven't really criticized a lot about this game, but that aspect I do not like. I guess it's because you're meant to kind of keep going around your business, you know, solve the other puzzles, and like as you're walking around the manor, you run into this guy from time to time and like you get a script page. But for someone like me who's kind of done everything, it does make sense because you can enter the maze very, very early in the game. I just kind of left it for later. So someone entering the maze early and then like just kind of playing the game normally would run into him a bunch of times just as they're doing the other stuff. But for someone like me who's done everything else except this, and I'm stuck like with only that to do, this is kind of boring because I just have to walk around and hope I run into him, and it seems kind of random. Like there's got to be some kind of logic to where he shows up, you would think. Get some coffee so I can run around faster.
A few moments later.
Yeah, Jesus. And it still manages to scare me when it happens. I've just been running around for like 5 minutes. Yes, hello. Befragungsraum. I don't think it's gonna be the same question, but... It did have 4 arms, didn't it? I did say 4. How come you said that wasn't right? That's some bullshit. Yeah. How many knives were on the table? 3. This matches our information, Fräulein. Good. Give me my script page. Interior hotel, dining hall, night. The woman studies her host in the flickering candlelight. Piano music plays from the turntable. The woman takes a deep breath. Now, the maze I'm designing, I have very little information. Yes, the maze is in a sense metaphorical. In what way? I think that is not something that should be put to words. You must find it yourself, within the maze. The woman makes a frustrated face. But what is it for? The maze is for getting lost, Signorina. I could use some technical specifications. The OCU3 is, Signorina, we must remember the unfortunate hen who won the farmer's race. Tonight we eat and drink. I love how he consistently has these weird metaphors. They raise their glasses and drink. The woman glances at her host. You said that we were alone, but I saw... Yes, Rudy. The man snaps his finger. Rudy, a black Labrador, comes running into the room and trots over to the table. The man ruffles Rudy's fur. What I like best about Labradors is their complete disregard for financial institutions. I guess so. No, I saw a man, a magician. The man stops petting Rudy. Signorita, that is great news. We cannot rely on technology alone. Now we have magic. Tell me more, please. He made this gesture. The woman covers her eyes with her right hand and raises her left hand, holding up 3 fingers. The man watches her seriously. Signorina, listen carefully. It is a greeting and a warning. I had a similar encounter years ago in the depths of Cineterzo Studios. Art can be very dangerous at times. The man stares out into space. Then he snaps back and smiles. But you need not worry about the magician or his brothers. Act as if he was never here. Yet. The man runs over to the turntable and puts on a cha-cha. He turns to the woman and bows. May I? Interesting. Okay. I guess I'm gonna save after each page, but this is gonna take a while if they just appear like randomly. Still missing $2, but there are some doors we haven't opened. Oh, I missed $2 in the mausoleum? I guess I could go back there. Still don't know what the quiz club is. I don't know. 2 in the red maze. Shit. 1 in the games. A whole bunch in the prototypes. Ugh. Quiz club question. Quiz club questions? I guess there's supposed to be like 26 quiz club questions? I haven't found any of them. There are 9 of these doors. So it wouldn't make sense that we would get like a solution for each of the script pages. But he hasn't given it to us. What's this quiz club business about? I feel like something I should have been able to find like in the manor itself, but he just takes it and then doesn't say anything else. I'm gonna try and go find the dollars in the mausoleum. Rudy! I've grown quite attached to this dog. Now that I know for 99% that he's not gonna attack me. So there's supposed to be some dollars here. Oh, there is one there next to the bone. Oh, there's the other one. Cha-ching! Alright, so that should be all the dollars in here. Wonder if the maze man can show up like outside also. I feel like it's probably only in the manor. You're so thirsty. Such a thirsty boy. I wish I could give something to this dog, like a little treat or something. What's this quiz club business? The quiz. Secret location only for members. Try joining the secret quiz club. Try finding it in the first place to those who find their way to the hallways of wisdom. We promise an elite quiz which will challenge your awareness and perhaps even put your survival skills to the test. Find it. This mentions the Nossens Mulier. What is that? I want to know about the quiz club. Like, it's a secret location, but... Just waiting for this guy to show up again, I guess. He seems to show up in this room, so should I just like keep walking in and out of this room? The broken... This was always broken, right? It's not broken because of the one in the room that leads to the maze. And there's also the broken like plastic mirror next to the mannequins. What's that about? Would the mirror in Lorelei's room be related to this window that's broken here? Also, we don't have the... Yeah, we don't have the puzzle, not the puzzle, the maze pieces with us anymore. They're down in the underground. So I can't like repair this mirror here. I wonder if there's anything to this, like this broken pattern, you know? Doesn't seem like it because I don't think it connects. Should I go and put the eye in the statue? I don't think it would do anything, but we could go and do it. Alright, so I guess the left eye goes here. Okay, now blood/paint is like pouring out. That's pretty freaky. Guardian of past scripts, yeah. Every stone ahead with a glass sibling in a mirror. A brother leaves, a sister shatters, each a key to the past. Every stone ahead, like the maze slabs, with a glass sibling in the mirror. As in when you take the slab, the mirror shatters. A brother leaves, the maze man. A sister shatters. The screen? Each a key to the past. I'm trying to understand if there's like something to this mirror shattering thing. Like this pattern of mirror, but... Also, I think all the maze slabs have been consumed at this point. Like, we consumed them to open the door in the middle, so I can't place them back anymore, right? Like, this is the permanent state of the maze now. That's gonna be annoying. Okay. Let me out. A sister shatters. Oh, hello. Can I like save before you do your shit? He doesn't want to be in this room. Can't save while he's here. I mean, I haven't really done anything, so sure, fine. I don't need to save. Number 3. This is gonna take a while, doing all of them. So am I the suspect in this, like, killing that's happened? And, like, we found this testimony, like, there's been an interrogation, like, a questioning. Is this what happened? Like, they questioned Lorelei about the death of Renate. I think that's probably the same thing. Please try to remember. Rudy's there. The right door is open. I can't really look up how many candles are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 candles on the top. So one of these candles is like smaller than the other one. These ones are the same length. Ooh, you can see the woman falling outside. She's holding the red rose. Rudy's looking outside. There's a book, a teacup, a lamp, a chair, a pot. She's holding a book. There's 2 books on the ground. The time is 6:47, of course, because of course it is. There's a key on the left of the clock. A horse also. Some bottles and some glasses down at the bottom. There's 4 steps to the thing. Anything else I should notice? I think I'm good. I remember it. Very well. Where was the horse sculpture standing? It was on the shelf to the right. To the right of the key. This matches our information. Good. Interior hotel, the library, second floor, night. The woman walks around among the shelves. Let us sum up what we know, Rudy. We are designing a maze for a project that will transcend the human experience of art, and it's a metaphor that I have to discover. Rudy wags his tail, the woman takes a dictionary from a shelf. Maze, a complicated, irregular network of passages or paths in which it is difficult to find one's way. Rudy barks and walks to the window. Rudy snarls. What is it, Rudy? The woman looks over to him. Rudy whimpers from fear. All of a sudden, a falling body passes the window. The woman gasps. On the ground below is a dead body. Well, that confirms that Lorelei did not kill this woman then, did not push her out the window because she was down in the library, at least in the script. If the script is to be believed. Okay, that's another page. Ooh, we're at 69. Nice. And this is the second time he's showed up in this specific room. What is it about this room that he likes so much? Just running around trying to be pursued by a floating maze man. He's going to ask me questions about the past events of this house. Just walking now cause I'm out of coffee. I wish I could make him show up at will. It's gonna take a long time for 9 of him to show up and give me all the pages. Now I kind of wish I'd done this earlier in the game so I would have other things to do while waiting for him to show up. Maybe I could use this time to try and find the other coat hangers. Let's find all the coat hangers. There's one here. Oh, there's a coat hanger. This looks like a place that should have a coat hanger. Also, and I'm so embarrassed about this. You know, we found this menu in a previous episode. And I was like, oh, I wonder what this is about. And, you know, they have a list of all these wines here. And I was like, you know, we never did end up using this menu. But it was the wine bottles in the cellar I later realized. Because they showed the years for each. So, of course, it was Garganega 1963. The Müller-Turgot 2014. And then 1847 was the Schwarzriesling. And even tells the order like 100, 300, 200. It tells you the order you're supposed to pull them out. So I kind of did it just by pulling at every bottle until I found the ones that reacted. And then I pulled them in the order where like they went back in the mechanism. So I never want to brute force puzzles. I always try to figure them out. But I just thought maybe that's how you were supposed to do this one. But obviously that was wrong. So... a little unfortunate, but it happens. Where is this quiz club? There's another coat hanger. Oh, I got the achievement. Coat Rack Connoisseur of the Year. Award for outstanding devotion within the field of discarding jacket, I guess. Well, then we might just leave it here. Do 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 do. And I want to know where the quiz club is. Is it like a secret location that you don't need to actually complete the game? I wonder. Should I just call and order more games? I do have money. I could buy another one. Let's do that. I'm curious to see what the other games are. I just need to remember what the number was. 9? Thank you for calling Super Telegame. Give me a bite-sized system. This is very embarrassing. We are so sorry, but that item is currently out of stock. We apologize for the inconvenience. What about Ilo Milo Shuffle. Understood, that will be 10 American dollars. Your order will be delivered with Lightning Express to the reception. Somehow we have mysteriously withdrawn money from you. Enjoy your game. Alright. Sayonara Wild Heart. And you can only install 3 games on there, right? Install game. So like, what happens once you have all 3 games? You can't play any of the other ones? Maybe you have to like replace one of these. Alright, let's see. Oh, is that little guy. Ilo Milo Shuffle. Join Ilo and Milo in puzzling action. Ilo and Milo have decided to go to the park, but while wandering, the landscape suddenly starts shifting. Now they must be quick on their feet to not fall into the abyss. Control the adorable friends simultaneously and beat your high score as the action gets faster and faster in this fast-moving action puzzle game. Sounds fun. And they each have their different description. Bought through mail order, label depicts 2 cute characters supposedly named Ilo and Milo. Below a South End Interactive logo, a small text reads, "Only for use with bite-sized systems and copyright 1982. Founded in 1998, which was later than the copyright, South End Interactive was a Swedish game development studio in Malmö. Among games developed by the studio was Ilo Milo, which featured an in-game unlockable called Ilo Milo Shuffle. Ilo Milo was released in the early 2010s, wildly contradicting the label of this cartridge. This could either mean that this is a wrongly labeled bootleg version, or that the 2010 Ilo Milo game is a fake replica of this unknown bite-sized game. Since no one who worked on the 2010 Ilo Milo game is alive, it is impossible to tell. I guess this is another game by this developer. And they made like a little handheld version. Let's see. ilomilo.com. Oh, that's some good old Game Boy sound there. Avoid falling for a high score. But how do you fall? Oh, you fall if they... Okay. I see, you fall if they... Oh shit, oh shit. It shows you when it's gonna fall, basically. That doesn't seem too bad so far. But it's gonna keep going faster, so... Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay, it moves, it doesn't fall necessarily. I see. So even if you're on the line, you don't die, you just get moved. But sometimes they fall. And then you get separated. And it keeps going faster. And I guess I can't touch these things or I'm gonna die. Can I not touch these little monsters? Oh no, I got Milo stuck on the side. Oh no, you can touch them. I guess they're like little collectibles. Oh, it's going very fast now. Oh, it's going very fast. Oh! Almost fell. Whoa! Almost fell again. Woo! Woo! Oh man, okay. Is this the bad guy? Some witch, I guess. I got 316. That's my score. Not too bad. All right, that's amusing. I'm gonna save. Hopefully we can meet the man again. I know you're out here. Show yourself. Greetings. Number 4. Let's see what you got. Okay, this is fairly simple. Just the woman on the ground, Renate. There's a hat. Oh, the pistol is hiding in the... Oh. Would it still be out there? The pistol hiding in the thing. There's an angel statue. There's a hat on the bench. He's holding something in his hand. What is that? A camera? He's holding a camera in his hand, behind his back. Lorelei is right there. There's a broken vase with like a little... forgot what these are called. There's a red thing under the seat, also an apple. There's three trees. I feel like I've got a good general idea of the scene here. Yes. What object was under the bench? It's an apple. You're damn right. It matches your information. Exterior garden night. The woman runs outside and finds the man standing by the body. She discovers that the body is in fact a mannequin. Oh. Its body is broken in every possible way. The woman stares at the man, wanting an explanation. Solemnly, he raises his head and meets her eyes. It was self-defense, signorina. I had no choice. The woman tries to catch her breath. She stares at the doll again. What is the meaning of this? That is the age-old question. Who's wielding the paintbrush? Where does red come from? Can art provide meaning to a meaningless existence, or is it just a game to fool the senses? The woman frowns, but the man is oblivious. Enough about my work. The maze. Great progress, yes? No, I am stuck. Could you tell me... Wonderful. Getting stuck is one of the key parts of the process. You are an amazing artist, but I am keeping you from your art. Leave the disposal of the body to me. Interesting. So it was not actually Renate, according to the script. But is this script to be believed? Maybe he's like making it up to cover for himself for actually killing her? Like, who knows? This knocking on the door like really makes your controller like vibrate a lot. Alright, that's page 4. I just wish it didn't take so long for him to show up, you know? Like, I don't know if I should just stand here. Maybe it's on a timer. Like, maybe if I just wait 5-10 minutes, he's gonna show up. Maybe I should just keep going, like, in and out of the room. I don't think that actually matters either. Like, would it be about the number of rooms you visited? Would this gun still be hiding in the vase outside? I don't think so. I don't think the place we saw in this scene is like a real place that's here. I kind of feel like this whole manor, this whole game is just like It's either like the dying vision of an old woman or like an illusion caused by the supercomputer or like an illusion caused by the third eye. Yeah, it doesn't seem like entering and leaving the room causes him to show up any faster. So like, should I just wait? Should I just like wait in place until he shows up? Riveting gameplay, that's for sure. I understand I didn't necessarily do things in the correct order. Like I kind of avoided going in the maze until the last moment possible. And so that bit's on me. But I feel like the game should still account for any type of gameplay in any order you might do things. And like forcing you to just wait for the guy to show up, it's kind of annoying. But like, how do you balance that with the people who are waiting until the end so that he doesn't always pester them like constantly? I'm not sure. Like they could have been in specific rooms, but then that would also stop some people from progressing potentially, but not really, because you can easily avoid him, and it's not like solving his riddle is that difficult either. So this is my most boring episode yet. Like, you guys don't have to sit through all the running around because I'm gonna be editing it out. But like for me, I've just been like waiting and running around and just waiting for this guy to show up. And I have to do this 5 more times. It's not exactly ideal. I'm just running around. Running around the hotel. Doing the same path in a circle. For a very long time. Waiting for some creepy dude to catch me. Maybe the trophy, the achievement about the coffee, it's not how many coffees you get, it's about getting it from every different machine, you know? Come on, show up. I know you want to. I know you want to. Befragungsraum 5. This must mean like interrogation room. Chair. Man holding a book, pointing a finger. He's got red paint. The window is broken. There's an easel in the back. Lupus in fabula. There's a spot, like a spotlight. The woman is there. So is the dog. That's not the same dog. It's not a black Labrador. It's a different dog this time. This one isn't black. And then some of the window is broken, but not all of it. I mean, this is a fairly simple scene. I think I can answer anything about it. I remember it. How many brushes in the bucket? I mean, just one, I think. I just saw one brush. Like, I'm scared, not of dying, but of having to like run around for 10 more minutes waiting for him to show up, you know? That's the real scary part. Interior hotel lobby, dusk. The woman comes back from her walk with Rudy. It is Rudy. I thought Rudy was a black Labrador. With Rudy trotting alongside her, the man is waiting for her. He is standing by an easel on which there is a propped window placed. It is poorly painted with red paint, half finished. The man's clothes are stained with red paint. Had a nice long walk? The woman does not notice the change in his demeanor. The man is shaking from barely concealed rage. He pulls up a notebook from his inner pocket. What is this? The woman squints at the notebook. It's my early sketches for the maze. Is something wrong? It's just a lot of numbers. It's vectors and coordinates for the computer. Take responsibility. Don't hide behind the OCU3. I'm not. It's just that to create anything with it, I need to... And this window, I had to paint it red myself. I stained my favorite suit. Well, I didn't know you wanted. It's your job to know. Well, to do my job, I need some directions. Directions are for tourists and amateurs. Simple people who paint waterfalls. I hired an artist, one who understands the rules of the game. I must say that I am very disappointed in your lack of passion. The woman takes a deep breath as if to calm down and change her approach to please the man. I'm sorry, this project is a bit confusing at times. What's the window for? The man stares at her in disgust. Perhaps you should paint a waterfall instead. The man hands the woman her notebook and then he storms off. She notices a piece of paper stuck in between the pages. She pulls it out. Meet me in the chapel tonight. Do not tell him. I'm glad to see the Lorelei of this timeline is as confused about what this man wants as I am. Yes. Here's your fucking page. I got coffee from this one. Ready for 10 more minutes of running around? I sure am. I'm just collecting achievements to pass the time. So I got coffee from there. I got coffee from there. I don't think I got coffee from the room on the left. If I'm going to be running around the hotel waiting for the guy, I'm trying to like collect trophies. And I think there's a trophy for getting coffee from like every room. Or every machine rather. I'm gonna be full of coffee. What happens if your bladder is full? The Black Arts Coffee Club Member of the Month awarded for plentiful use of our services. I did get the achievement. My bladder is full, but like, what does that do? I don't know what having a full bladder actually does. Is she gonna pee herself at some point? I hope not. I've tried running around. I'm gonna try just not moving. Just sitting here and waiting. As boring as that's gonna be.
A few moments later.
It takes so long. It takes so long for him to show up. Okay. So we've got Lorelei. There's a key behind the book. There's that triquetra symbol behind the cross. 2 goblets on the desk, 1 goblet in the back. 4 candles. The candle on the right is shorter than the one on the left. There's a book. There's the magician with the camera. 3 legs to the camera. Some glasses. And then a teacup on the right. I think that's about it. I remember it very well. Which ornamental symbol was in the center of the back of the crucifix? A trifecta, also called the trefoiled knot, I think. This matches our information, Fräulein. So this was the meeting that was scheduled. Interior hotel, chapel, night. The gate creaks open. A grandfather clock chimes somewhere in the house. The woman scans the dusky room for any signs of danger. There is no one there, save for a handful of wooden saints. Then a shadow of a man steps out from the compact darkness. The magician. He repeats the gesture. What does that mean? That I search for the third eye. The magician takes his hand off his eyes. The woman raises an eyebrow and examines the magician closely. Why are you doing this? I can tell that it's you. When the third eye passes us by, the world belongs to creators. It's a time for beauty and chaos. An artist will be crowned king, and he will lead our victory over Mammon. What do you want? My Brotherhood wants you to know that our Italian friend has suffered a nervous breakdown of game-changing proportions. The magician studies the woman's reaction. I trust that you can keep a secret. Should he be unable to finish this project, it could potentially set back our 200 years. That's ridiculous. I am sworn to secrecy, but I can tell you this much. Your maze is of utmost importance to his mental health, to my order, and indeed to the future of mankind. It's just an art project. The magician takes a deep breath. A maze is a manifestation of something larger than you and I. Surrender to the red beast and let it guide thy hand. This maze must be the death blow to the materialistic society. I am afraid that is beyond my reach. The magician takes off his hat and pulls out a journal. We had hoped it would not come to this, but we have read your diary. We know everything about you and what you have done. We have seen it in the stars and in the moon. I don't keep a diary. Well, it might not be yours in this dimension, but we are all one here. It's the same story in different times. Stop it. What do you want? We're simply asking you to play along with the game. For the sake of the project, it would be easier for us. I have had enough. Very well, Signorina. I will relay your answer to my superiors. They will be disappointed. My Brotherhood cannot guarantee your safety if you won't follow protocol. Looks like she didn't sign up for any of this. What is this red beast? Thank you, he says, and now I have to wait another 10 minutes for the next one to show up. So the artist Renate, the magician Lorenzo, the dreamer Lorelei. Is that what's happening? Are we like in the dream right now? Maybe we're stuck in the dream. And the creator, Nero. This would be the skeleton of Renate, wouldn't it be? She's kind of wearing the same dress.
A few moments later.
Alright, I think it really is just timer based because I've just been sitting here doing nothing and like my glasses started flickering. So it's telling me now he's gonna show up. I just hope we get something from the man in the room once we give him all the script pages. Otherwise, I'm kind of stuck. I have nothing but this to do left. That I know how to do, at least. Oh, it's the computer again. Ugh. Someone's been drawing eyes rather obsessively on the ground. In this notebook. Only one piece left on the board, the queen. She walks in, drops her coffee. The man is there with the gun and a screwdriver, and it says, error, software failure, failed to load maze. And then there's like some kind of maze on the computer, and the hat is there. A few like chess pieces. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 white pieces on the ground. A single black one, which is, I think, the queen. 4 eyes in total. Like 1 on the main sketchbook, then 3 more pages. And there's also like a partition thing pulled out. The second one. Okay. Do you remember? Yes. How many chess pieces were on the chessboard? That's easy. Just the one. Interior hotel basement day. The woman enters the basement with a cup of coffee in her hand. She flips the light switch. She jumps when she discovers the man in her chair. She spills coffee all over herself. The man very slowly turns his head. Signorina, I have come to fear that my entire being is just a part of someone else's story. All my thoughts might be placed in my head by a disciple of Mammon. The man regards the woman. Signorina, is this your story? If it is so, I want you to confess. What do you mean? This is all your story. The man stirs to life, all of a sudden happy and energetic. Good. I was worried. This brings us to the aphoristic bird of the hour. I have completely revalued your excellent work. This is amazing. The woman stares at the glitching monitor. Of the maze, only a handful of dots remain. My God, what have you done? Signorina, burning bridges is mandatory for the matchstick. It was much too functional. This is not a critique of your work. You are an amazing artist, if you permit me to say so. You have ruined all my work. Yes, I had to. Otherwise, it can naturally be exploited by capitalism, despite our best intentions. But I'm not the designer, you are. Much work remains. You've totally reset it. I have to reprogram it all. I can't. Such modesty. You must believe in your ability, Signorina. I do, if you forgive me for saying so. The man smiles affectionately at the OCU3. Man, woman, and machine. A new trinity. But as they say, the cat's clock has no time for mice. Progression, Signorina. The man rushes toward the door and then stops. He returns to the computer and picks up a revolver from behind the keyboard. Signorina, you made me forget my revolver. That must be the highest compliment ever given to an artist. The woman stares in terror at the weapon that the man shows her. Hat to the clouds, Signorina. But look at me. I'm keeping you from your morning coffee. Such is not our way. The man puts the revolver in his pocket, then makes the gesture, covering his eyes and showing 3 fingers before he rushes away. He's becoming very threatening to her. And she seems kind of terrified. Can't exactly blame her. He has been kind of scary and ominous and mysterious, but he hasn't really done anything to threaten us so far, at least not really. He's been fairly helpful. What if I tell her Mammon? Isn't Mammon the son of Satan in biblical mythology? Is Mammon related to the third eye? Is Mammon the red beast? No reaction. Okay. And now we wait.
A few moments later.
Alright, it's been 5 minutes. It's time for a new script page. Little French newspaper. Journal du Sud. Renzo Nero remporte le gros jackpot au Club Rouge. And she was working on the maze. She's on the phone. There's a red pencil. The third little drawer is out. There's a book. There's a key. And on the other side of there's a number 3 scratched in the back and a letter in the back also. And in the scales are 2 chess pieces. There's a magnifying glass in the first drawer and nothing in the other one. What's this about a jackpot? I thought you didn't believe in capitalism, dude. And nothing in the wastebasket. I do remember. What was the newspaper called? Oh, come on, that's easy. Journal du Sud. Which means newspaper of the South. Interior hotel, reception office, night. The woman waits nervously by the phone. Suddenly it rings. The woman answers. The other end is available. Thank you. There's a switch-in sound. Bob here. Mr. Sidney? We've heard about a Mr. Sidney. There was a letter from him. In the hotel. I'm sorry to bother you. I am a bit worried about the project. Who is this? I'm working with Mr. Nero on the third eye. Hello? Did you not receive the letter? No? That's unfortunate. Where are you now? I'm at the hotel. What's going on? Long silence. There's someone else in this room. She's there now. What does legal say? There is another inaudible voice. Get out now. A pistol shot is heard. The woman drops the phone. I feel like these, at least the good part of these script pages is I feel like they're actually retelling us the events, I guess, of like what actually happened. So that's helpful. It's painting a bit of a picture of what happened in the hotel. Yeah, Bob Sidney, we got a letter from him. Robert Sidney. It's come to our attention that Mr. Nero has contracted you to work on his project. We are writing to let you know that we are not involved in any capacity with Nero, nor any of his projects as of late last year. Anyone choosing to still associate after receiving this letter will be regarded as complicit in his game. Furthermore, my personal advice for your own safety is to not engage with Mr. Nero. It has been proven time after time that his behavior is erratic, perhaps even dangerous. So we were warned about this. What if we say Sydney to the old woman? No response. Well, just one page left and then we can hopefully keep playing the game. This is making our percentage go up. We're now at 72%. So now just gotta wait some more.
A few moments later.
All right, we're back. This should be the final one. And yeah, it did them in order from like top left to bottom right. Let's see how this story ends, shall we? Maybe it's gonna teach us something. We actually kind of see his face for once. I mean, he's got some sunglasses on. He's got the gun in his hand. She's like locking the door behind him. We've got 3 apples in the thing. 2 candles, chair, doors, 2 other candles, the book, briefcase in the back, lamp, 1, 2, 3, 4 keys, scissors on the coat hanger. Is that a fez? Is that your fez, dude? 2 briefcases, 3 if you count this one. He's got the gun, sunglasses. That's about it, I think. How many apples were there in the bowl? Easy, dude. I'm way ahead of you. 3 apples. How do you like them apples? Huh? And that's the final script page. Interior hotel reception lobby night. The woman hyperventilates. The bullet has barely missed her head. She panics and makes her way out of the lobby. As she opens the door, the man is standing there. He is wearing sunglasses. He lowers his smoking revolver. Signorina, thank God I can't see shit in these glasses. I thought you were someone else. One of them. That could have ended horribly. The man laughs. Anyway, you will be glad to hear that I have developed an entirely new philosophy for motion pictures. And yes, art in general. Art must be set free from the tyranny of the beholder. We're releasing it back into space. We're putting on the greatest show that the world has ever seen, Signorina. Oh, who were you calling? Was it the magician? Is he telling lies about me? No, I had to call my aunt. Was it the Americans? No, I have to work. I love how she's trying to be normal and just play along with him so like he won't fucking snap. Oh, I'm keeping you. Let's walk and talk. The woman walks fast and the man strolls beside her. Everyone has a part to play in the revolution. Rudy lacks artistic talent, so he will be Minister of Defense. Do you agree, Signorina? Yes, Minister of Defense. Signorina, please be serious. Rudy is a Labrador. He does not have the stomach for warfare. The woman tries to find her way out of the hotel, but the man blocks her way by always running in front of her. Signorina, please be serious. We are under siege. The atomic bomb? Very beautiful, but instrumental. They used it politically. A cardinal sin. The woman hurries away. The man rushes after, continuing the conversation. As you know, the maze is a weapon of mass destruction. An endless ride for fascists and critics. The bumper cars have been permanently closed because of a collision. Sabotage, signorina, sabotage. The man suddenly grabs the woman's arm. Who was on the phone? Was it Sydney? Did he tell you lies about my magic show? No, Forgive me, signorina. Here I talk and talk. What I wanted to tell you is that I am waiting for you upstairs. I looked serious, so you might want to go check. The woman studies his face in terror. She notices red stains on his cheek. He hurries away. The woman stands and listens as he runs away. She sneaks back to the main entrance. She pushes the door. It's locked. You panic. You run through the corridors, pulling handles on every door. Why is it you now? They are all locked. You turn at every corner, checking all the windows. Locked as well. You will run up and down stairs in panic. You will find yourself in my room. I am not there. I haven't been there this entire time. I am in the real 1963. So it transitioned to saying you right there at the end. Because he knows we're going to be... Oh, God, I was hiding behind the... I was like, where am I? Did I disappear? Okay. So he's saying, I'm not going to be in the room when you go there. And somehow I believe... That's why he gives you the pages in order. Still typing. Yes. So this is the final page. Is he not going to be in there? I cannot thank you enough, signorina. Come in. He is there. Oh, these are different pages. Yeah, that seems about right. I mean, obviously none of this is call him about skeleton. I guess so. So there's the right eye. So there's two eyes. What about the third eye? Strangely made its own way out of an eye socket of a skeleton in room 1963. This is the same description as the other eye. So there's a bunch of pages. 2, 6, 12, 18, 25, 49, 57, 85, 91, and another red window. And another dollar next to the suitcase. And shortcut number 1. Wow. That would be 90. Ooh. Achievement awarded for great achievements in the field of solving number-related puzzle shortcuts. I guess that's for opening every shortcut. Right, yeah, I remember this room. Huh. Okay. So we have all these different script pages. That's going to be a lot of reading. Oh, now it says The Third Eye, page 2. Interior theater, day. Smoke lies thick in the small tawdry theater. On the hardwood stage, a magician performs. His coat is worn and mended, but once it was expensive. Lorenzo the Great! But alas, the young Mademoiselle Henrietta Dubois could not escape her sordid fate. He yanks the handle to his erythrotrope, and a silhouette of a man stabbing a woman appears on the wall. The crowd stares dumbly at the shadow and they smile with yellow teeth made for biting. Lorenzo looks at the audience with disgust. He takes out another wheel labeled the third eye for Brotherhood use only. He hesitates but puts the wheel in his contraption. The next story is not meant for the likes of you. It's something I normally only show refined ladies and gentlemen, but I'll make an exception tonight. Those tired, ugly eyes of yours shall see something new. Lorenzo yanks the handle. Thousands of years ago, the third eye shone over the islands in the far east, but one night, it fell from the sky. A comet passes on the wall. Strangely enough, it quiets down the crowd. They follow the comet while gaping and see it crash on the ground. A human found it, and when she held it, she saw the magic of this world. She had a vision, so she painted a creature in red ochre on a cave wall. Cave paintings show up all over the wall. The crowd is a bit confused by the effect. At night, the crimson beast awoke. It spread chaos and death, and devoured the human and her people. A red monster appears. The crowd screams in terror as it attacks them. Some of them have had enough and flee the theater. Lorenzo slows down and the beast disappears. The story of the red creature became a legend, but the third eye lived on and appears in the most unlikely of places to this day. That is all for tonight. You have been a wonderful audience. Go away. More shows should end like this. I should end my episodes like this, like, you've been a wonderful audience. Go away. The crowd mutters and leaves. One man, better dressed and cleaner than the rest, remains in his seat. He studies Lorenzo with cold eyes. Brother Tertius. Tertius? I should write down these names, right? I can tell them to the old woman, see if she reacts. When Lorenzo discovers his presence, his pupils dilate from fear. And then Henrietta Dubois also. Is she related to Harrière Dubois, by any chance? Page 6. Interior Brotherhood Lodge Night. The room is dark besides the many lit brass candelabras. Lorenzo stands with his hat in hand. 50 men in robes watch him from a long table. At the end of the table, a stern old man ponderously strokes his sideburns. Brother Septimus. That's a Turian name. A young brother opens a mahogany case and takes out an ornate revolver and a minotaur mask. He looks over at Brother Septimus, who nods to him. The young brother puts on the mask and aims the gun at Lorenzo's head. Play safe and never pass. Gamble to pass or perish. Truth above all. Risk my life, brother. How many were our first ancient brothers? 7. Correct. The seated brothers raise their goblets and drink. What is the punishment for sharing our secrets with outsiders? Lorenzo grabs hold of the table and is about to faint. Death. Correct. Lorenzo closes his eyes, but death does not come. Under normal circumstances, you would be dead now. I'm sorry, elder brother. I was not thinking. Weariness and perhaps a crisis of faith? Forgive me, brothers. Thankfully for you, these are not normal circumstances. The time is nigh, little brother, and like in the old, we shall send 7 brothers in search of that which was lost. All brothers hold up 7 fingers. 6 have already gone searching for omens. You will be 7th, the disgraced one. Where will you send me, elder brother? Augen Waldberg. There lives an artist in an old manor. The prophecy mentions her. Go and see, brother, if that which was lost is there. Lorenzo nods. The lady suffers from an eye condition that will ultimately render blindness. A sad fate for a painter. Take these vermilion tears. What do they do, elder brother? Nothing at all. But you will use them pretending to cure the lady. That is your guise while you search her house for the third eye. Also, this is a lot of reading. Exterior Haugen Waldberg Manor. Hooves clop echoes through the dilapidated courtyard. Algae-covered statues silently await the arrival. A pale, sickly horse comes into view, pulling a wagon painted red in a distant past. Lorenzo walks beside the horse and leads it by its reins. Lorenzo ties the horse to an old oak. Be brave, Morse. You have nothing to fear. Oh, that's the name of the actual horse. Lorenzo carefully approaches the front gate. He bangs the knocker. Lorenzo scans the dirty windows for any sign of life. Finally, the door creaks open, and instantly Lorenzo raises his top hat and takes a bow. A white rose appears in his hand from his hat. The miracle has arrived. An ashen woman in an expensive dress stares through him with milky eyes. Renate Schwarzwald. Also, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I do not believe in miracles. That is why you need one, Baronin. Lorenzo hands the white rose to Renate. It changes color to red. You might as well perform for the shadows. My sight is fading away. Your eyes are fading because there has been nothing to see. Weary eyes need entertainment, and tired souls need miracles. Who are you? Lorenzo the Great, at your service, Baronin. A magus whose name is whispered from the shores of Zanzibar to the frosty peaks of Helsinki, known to beggars and kings alike. Well, you are not known to me. Good evening. I love that. Just close the door. Renate is about to shut the gate. Wait! My journey has been a long one. My horse is tired, and to be honest, so am I. Renate looks at the very sickly looking horse. I had 4 once, during better times, but ironically, Morse is the only one who lives. Very well. Would not have convinced me, but I'm glad it convinced you. Page 18. An oversized dead goose lies on the oaken dining table. Lorenzo devours his portion in a loud manner. Renate tries to hide her disgust. Is the room satisfactory? Yes, I slept like a piglet. So it was not you I heard last night. Lorenzo drinks wine and coughs to buy some time. I was up briefly, yes. He takes out a small vial from his sleeve. My vermilion tears, they need moonlight not to lose their magic. I took the liberty to use one of the windows in your studio. Renate looks amused. I took another liberty and studied some of your work. The portraits are of course excellent, but I am most intrigued by the drawings of signs? My Himmelskorper suit. What inspired them? Magician, might I ask you a strange question? Who am I to refuse an answer? Did you see a labyrinth while you were in the park? A labyrinth? A red labyrinth. The only labyrinth I saw was the portrait of the man with a labyrinth instead of a face. Renate stands up angrily. I've made no such portrait. Your lies have ceased to amuse me. I know why you are here, and I know where to look for it, but I will hold you to your word. Lorenzo looks like he is about to assure Renate of his pure intentions. Cure my eyes. Page 25. The curtains have been drawn. Renate lies on top of the bed, a trace of a smirk on her lips. Lorenzo looks gravely serious on the side of the bed. Are you ready for your miracle, Baronin? Yes. Lorenzo spills a single drop of vermilion tears into Renate's left eye. She blinks, and Lorenzo drops another tear into the right eye. It might be a few days before it takes effect. Renate's eyes start to boil and she screams in unfiltered agony. Lorenzo backs away in horror. Lorenzo holds his hands over his ears to protect himself against her looping, deafening screams. Everything turns black. It's just eye drops. It's just eye drops. It's just eye drops. Then, quiet. Lorenzo stirs to life on the floor. He sees Renate lying lifeless on the bed. Lorenzo checks her pulse in a hurry. She is still alive. Apparently he has at some point put a bandage around her head. 2 red dots mark the eyes, giving Renate a disturbing appearance. Baronin, can you hear me? I can hear you, magician. They tell me you are not invited. Invited where? To the cavern. I followed the echoes of my screams. They were waiting for me. Who was waiting for you? Our ancient sisters and brothers in the Far East. They are sharing the secret with me, but they won't share it with you. The cavemen think you are an obsequious ignoramus who balters through existence. Baronin, you must rest now. The labyrinth. They drew it on the wall. Go and see by the window. They say I should defenestrate you. but we have an agreement. Lorenzo slowly trudges against the window. Moonlight shines on his weather-bitten face. He looks out the window. A giant garden labyrinth has appeared in the park. Do you see it, magician? Yes. Do you see me in the labyrinth? Lorenzo squints. It's very dark. Yes, I see you. Do you see you? What do you mean? Can you see yourself in the labyrinth? Of course not. I'm not there. Neither am I. I really hope all of this is going to make sense at some point, because right now it all seems like just spooky, like confusing stuff just to confuse you, and like it doesn't really seem to like fit together, but like it's a lot of the same elements coming back: the cavern, the red painting, the labyrinth, the gun, the rose, the magician. I I'm noticing all the patterns and all the stuff that's like repeated. I just wonder if like by the end of the game I'm gonna be reading this like, oh yeah, makes perfect sense, from all we've learned. Lorenzo turns around and bumps into Renate. The red dots on the bandage have grown substantially, looking like giant red bug eyes. She puts her hand on Lorenzo's face. The room turns red. Lorenzo gasps in disorientation. He is now somewhere in the labyrinth. Lorenzo quivers from fear. Renate smiles at him. Her bandage is gone and a pair of lovely hazel eyes look at Lorenzo with affection. This is the place from my childhood. I am over there. Renate points behind Lorenzo. He turns his head to look. A girl wearing an owl mask watches him from behind. Owl girl. She runs and disappears behind a corner. Renate takes Lorenzo's hand. Come. Together they run in the labyrinth. Renate seems to know her way while Lorenzo is trying to make sense of the strange space. A red hue suddenly appears on their faces. It is the most beautiful thing they have ever seen. They smile with tears running down their cheeks. The light grows stronger and the cosmos plays music just for them. What the fuck even? 49. Renate's hand moves frantically across a canvas. Lorenzo sits in an armchair by the window with his top hat on his knee, posing for a portrait. There is movement inside his top hat. I think it might have been a maze, not a labyrinth. Aren't they interchangeable? A labyrinth prolongs the path, while a maze is for getting lost. And we are lost. It's a big house. It can sometimes be disorienting. We have seen it. I think the price of admission might be an eye and a leg. Lorenzo leans forward and his hat falls on the floor. A red owl flutters out of the hat in front of Lorenzo. He stares at it in surprise. That was a very clever trick. The owl perches on the top of a bookshelf, half chanced as if reading. And when the third eye blinked, the red beast laid an egg within. The third eye closed, and their bastard offspring was born thousands of years later. Renate studies her canvas and is a bit confused. A realistic portrait of a man in a dark suit, but where his head is supposed to be, there's a red glowing maze. Renate notices 2 tickets in his hand. She takes them and stares at them. Teatro Rosso. An excited faceless valet points at the red curtain. Lorenzo and Renate look at each other and then step through it. Rows and rows of seats. It's much too large to be inside the manor. Lorenzo stares in disbelief at the giant theater. It seems empty, but the murmuring from the crowd is deafening. Gaslight illuminates the stage. There sure is a lot of gaslighting in this game. Someone clears his throat behind them, and a featureless usher points toward the first rows. Renate and Lorenzo silently descend the stairs toward their seats. A fanfare, the lights dim. A man dressed as Lorenzo and wearing a Lorenzo mask rides a prop horse onto the stage. What is this? Lorenzo knocks on a door mid-stage, and an actress wearing a mask resembling Renate opens the door. Applause. The light intensifies on stage and blinds Lorenzo and Renate. On the stage, a comet hanging from wires passes. Renate and Lorenzo avert their eyes. Then the comet is gone. The stage is empty. A lone hesitant clap from somewhere further back. The actress playing Renate walks on stage. She holds her hands in front of her, blood flowing from her eyes. Please hold me. The actor playing Lorenzo steps on stage purposefully. Lorenzo and Renate watch their theater alter egos on stage in grim silence. Their hands join. Lorenzo drags a stylized prop window onto the stage. Renate wanders, sobbing blood. Lorenzo tries to place the window in front of Renate, making her fall out. The crowd howls with laughter as Lorenzo gets more frustrated every time Renate misses the window. Please hold me, please hold me. Finally, Lorenzo has enough. He grabs Renate and shoves her with full force through the glass window and from the stage. Renate lands with a thud and crack. Theater blood squirts into Lorenzo's face. Lorenzo forms a fist and rises. Enough! Lorenzo watches him silently. The whole theater boo. Let's go. But Renate is gone from her seat. In fact, she is nowhere to be found. Lorenzo looks around in panic, but it's like she vanished into thin air. The actress playing Renate comes back to life and is elevated by strings into the air. She bows and receives applause. The actress turns her head to Lorenzo and she takes off the Renate mask. Beneath it is a featureless face. To be gifted is to be infested. Ideas are tiny red eggs in your brain to the microscope. They still look the same. The good and the bad. Oh, but look at the time. Lorenzo slowly... This is a whole lot of nonsense so far, I have to say. Like, I'm trying to read all of it and make sense of it, but like, it's just nonsense. The doppelganger, behind the maze man, his head buzzing in an electrical manner. She's waiting for you. Here's an idea. Follow my daughter. A disoriented Lorenzo finds himself in the hotel corridor. A phone rings somewhere. Further down the hall, he sees the owl girl. Where is she? The girl flaps her arms and hoots. Enough games. The owl girl disappears down a corner. Lorenzo stomps after. The owl girl waits for him at the end of the next corridor. Suddenly, a black Labrador runs up to him and barks. Lorenzo looks at the dog with surprise. His tag reads Rudy. Rudy lies down and plays dead on the rug. As he does, Rudy changes from black to white. Oh, that's why he was white in one of the memories. I mean, I say this as if it makes any sense, but I guess it's always the same Rudy. Finally, the dog cramps and then contorts into a cat. A payphone rings on the wall. Lorenzo lifts the receiver. Why are you answering the phone? There are no phones in 1847, you cretino. Lorenzo grunts. Hang up the phone and go chase the owl girl, just like the script says. Lorenzo hangs up. He sees the owl girl with a limp cat in her hand. Lorenzo runs after her. Corridor after corridor. Lorenzo runs fast with determination, but the owl girl is always around yet another corner. He never catches up with her. Lorenzo turns a corner. There's no owl girl, but a mirror. Lorenzo sees himself briefly, and behind him stands a man in sunglasses and a dark suit. Lorenzo regards the man in the mirror, but the mirror changes and Renate appears levitating like a ghost. Stylish sunglasses obscure her eyes. Renate with a man's voice. I am waiting for you upstairs. I looked serious, so you might want to go check. Renate vanishes from the mirror. Lorenzo is left with the image of himself. He looks wary. He turns and goes. His footsteps echo through the empty hotel manor. An actual line here. I'm losing my voice from like reading so much. Still in the manor. At the end of the dark hallway, Lorenzo sees a dark shape. Lorenzo very slowly approaches it. It's Renate with her back turned against him. Lorenzo stops. A long silence. You keep sending the wrong goose to the butcher. Baronin? Baronin? I think the Baronin would perhaps hear talk about her ascension. She can say something to the effect of... Renate clears her throat. I have good news for you. We are not artists. We are not even art. When it comes down to it, we are all just paint. Aren't you happy with this news, magician? Renate switches voice again. And he would say... Lorenzo keeps his silence in defiance. Why is this so hard for you? Why do you think of these things? This is unimportant. There are symbolic values and mirror images, yes, but none of this matters, Signorina. Had you read my manifesto, you would have known it was never meant for viewing. Lorenzo looks confused for a moment. Please, Baronin, let's leave this place. Every maze has a solution. Renate sighs heavily. You really understand nothing at all, but if you understood, you would never have played your part. Time for entertainment. Here is her last performance. Renate turns slowly around. Her face is hidden by shadows. Lorenzo takes a step forward. Her eyes are empty craters. Red paint runs down her cheeks. Hold me. Please hold me. Lorenzo backs away. Please hold me. Lorenzo backs further. Renate's arms flailing, searching for him like tentacles, paint dripping everywhere she goes. Please hold me. Lorenzo's eyes widen with fear as she comes closer. Her touch disgusts him. Suddenly, Renate increases her pace, and she touches his face. Please hold me. Lorenzo instinctively pushes Renate with full force. Smiling, she falls toward the large window. The Baronin crashes through it and down to the ground below. Lorenzo stares at the window in shock. He steps toward the window. Rain patters against his face. On the gravel pad below lies a mangled corpse. Okay, that was a whole lot. I can't really say that any of this made like any sense to me. I guess all that's left to do is go and place the right eye in the maze, right? And then I hope something good happens, because otherwise I'm kind of stuck. Yeah. These are the codes we already have. AE5. That's 5. One is sigma. D2E, that's pi. BA6, that's delta. What about it? Only a small portion of the inscription is legible. Truth of the Minotaur, deeper below, eyes of the dead, red tears. That's it? That's all I get? It's just giving me 4 codes I already have. What about it? That didn't teach me anything. Oh no. I really hoped I was gonna get like some way to progress. I'm gonna keep wandering the maze because I want to write down the patterns of like the breaking of the mirror. But it doesn't really seem like... It doesn't really seem to do anything. They're just random fractures, like they don't seem to have any pattern to them. Oh, I could call him about the skeleton, I guess. That's one thing we have left to do. Oh, I could also tell her about Dubois and Tertius and all these names we've heard. Does the name Brother Tertius mean anything to you? Nope. God damn it. I wish Say Something was the first option. What about Dubois? Have you played Disco Elysium, Lorelei? No reaction. God damn it. Okay, the only thing I have is to call about the skeleton. And then I'm all out of things to do. Pronto. Buongiorno. Do you have sweet music for my ears? Inform about the skeleton. I was not in there? What a delicious mystery you are cooking for us, Signorina. I think we must try to think about this mystery in a less worldly way. This is how the snake caught the golden egg, after all. Now, if I am not in the space 1963, Perhaps I am in the time 1963? You are getting closer to the truth, Signorina. What? The time? What are you talking about? Lending an umbrella to a salmon is a fool's errand. Thanks for your help, dude. Very, very helpful. God damn it. Man, what the hell am I gonna do? It's just all these fucking rooms I have to open, but like... It's just the rooms with the years. How could I travel back in time? Is that the idea? I log into this. I don't think I can log into the supercomputer yet. Man at the gate? What man at the gate? Am I supposed to know where to go next? I really thought doing the script stuff was gonna like open something for me. Oh, there's a hat on the bench. Oh, what the... How... Seriously? I just fucking noticed this. I am half... Oh my... How have I missed this entire time? Can't believe. Right now in my fucking time of need, I'm noticing this. I am half a magician without you. May I be permitted the enchanted pleasure of entertaining you? May I be permitted the enchanted pleasure of entertaining you this evening? You complete me. Oh, that's what Man at the Gate was? Was this... Has this been here this... Fucking hell. Well, that's one thing. I can't believe I've missed that this whole time. I guess I didn't look very hard. Jeez. Okay, well, now we can finally open this door. I hope this leads me somewhere, like, important, because I don't really have anything else I can do. Tell me this leads me, like, to the quiz club? This does look very important. Ooh, what is with this first person bullshit? Oh. Oh, it's more like maze stuff. Hey, little owl girl. You are brave to enter the hallways of wisdom. This is a place for reflection. The brothers call it the quiz club. So it's not an optional thing, this is mandatory. I think. They await inside. Know this? They are vile men. Oh. Vile and deadly. Okay, so we can die here again. Hold your tongue if you do not know the answer to their inquiries. They know only truth or death. Use everything you have learned to survive and reach the center. I'll try. Is this going to be information from the script pages? No, I could have been here much earlier. Oh, am I in the maze right now? I think I'm in the... Oh, hello. I see you got a gun behind you, Brother Primus. Play safe and never pass. Gamble to pass or perish. How many pieces was the maze shattered into? That's easy. Fear of death obstructs truth. Spare me, brother. Speak your query once more, brother. Allow my contemplation, brother. Truth above all, risk my life, brother. Oh, this is what he said in the script. 9, of course. Correct. Okay, I think I'm like actually navigating the maze. Door. But it's gonna be easier to just like stick to... Oh, this is gonna make me leave. I think. Should I test that out? Yeah. Okay, so... easiest way to navigate a labyrinth is always stick to one side. So I'm just always gonna stick to the left. Ooh. Woman from the other side, thank you for this key. If I only lived in a dream, then this key must not be mine. We're finally getting the damn keys to the door. Oh my god. I got so scared I was gonna get stuck there. Okay, so just keep exploring this weird labyrinth. Find the keys. Answer the questions to progress. That all sounds good to me, brothers. And then we finally get to open the puzzle boxes. And then maybe the puzzle boxes hold information that we need to tell the old woman. I don't know, it's just a theory. Brother Quintus, play safe and never pass. Gamble to pass or perish. What is the price of the 5-course menu with a wine pairing at Hotel Let's-This-Yar? The 5-course menu. I don't know that by heart. Can I look in my memory? Allow my contemplation? Ah, yes, okay. So, you do have access to your stuff. So, 90 plus 55, so 145. Correct. What is that? Hole in the wall? What Silent Hill bullshit is this? There is an object made of paper in the hole. Oh. It's just $1. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Sextus. There's a little freestyle jazz in the background. When was the Augen-Waldberg Forest given status as a national park? Allow my contemplation, brother. In 1958. I'm pretty confident I have all the information I need at this point. Like, I've been fairly thorough looking at everything in the hotel. Another key. If you are more than I ever was, then this key must not be mine. 1960. I kind of wish I could leave and save though. Just in case I make a mistake and die, that would suck. How many types of gin and tonics does Hotel Let's-This-Yar serve? Gin and tonics. 3? Correcto mundo. It's good that they allow you to save your progress. That's very nice of them. Quartus. Gamble to pass or perish. On which date in January did Renzo Nero expect your arrival at Hotel L'Esteciar? Which date in January? 7th? Correct. Yet another key. If I never owned a thing, then this key must not be mine. Alright, another key. Tertius. Gamble to pass or perish. On which page in the instruction booklet can you read about saving the game? Let me check that. I guess 5. Someone could potentially not have checked the glove compartment in their car and then they would not have the answer to this. So this is all about being thorough. Then you could potentially like just be stuck, right? Like if you missed one small thing somewhere in the game, like there's a lot of places, so you could just kind of not know where to go next. Give me the weird whole dollar. Cha-ching. Which year did Renzo Nero win big in Monte Carlo? That was in a script page. Right? But I don't think it says it in the script itself. It might be like Journal du Sud. Yeah, we have it. It's 19... Yeah, it's a real event that happened, I guess. So it's 1962. Correct. Yeah, you really want to come here like late in the game so you have all this information. Seems like there's a lot more than 7 of them. The 1960s supercomputer was called OCU, followed by which number? Oh, that's easy. 3. Again. Correct. How many tombstones stand by the mausoleum? Again, 3. Correct. What is Lowell's telephone number? Lowell? I will tell you that in a second. 39 80 30. I love this little icon of her. She's like, correct. If I exist as much as the maze, then this key must not be mine. 1962. Or the Quintus Decimus. Okay, there's way more than just 7. How many minutes after midnight did Andreas Coleman arrive at Hotel L'Esteciar? A quarter past midnight. A quarter past midnight, so 15 minutes. Another key. If he dreamed me, then this key must not be mine. 1973. Which room did the dead woman's key lead to? It's room 1973, right? The dead woman... Wait, no. Wait, no, it's 1847, I think. Oh god, am I sure though? Is it? It doesn't say so on the... Wait, yeah, it does say so on the map. Yeah, it's room 1847. Correct. Another key. If I am but a story, then this key must not be mine. 1982. We must have like almost all of them at this point, right? Was held by a ghost on the other side of a broken window, much heavier than it looks. The keychain reads Hotel L'Estaciar, and the back reads Father's Room. Oh. This is gonna give us I was right, it's gonna give us names that we can then tell to the old woman. If a ghost has given up ownership of an object, it usually develops new characteristics as it has traveled between worlds. This key, for example, will still be fully functional as a key, but it might have effects on the door it opens, or even the room itself, which can inherit traits from the spirit world. The room might have changed in different ways, usually to house new components which relate to the soul of the person opening the door. Okay. So we have 6 keys. We're looking for 3 more. Alright, I took a break to go eat. It's been a few hours, but I'm ready to finish the episode. Also, I just noticed that she has an earring on one side. Was this always the case? Did I just now notice this? Her stress level is very, very high. I don't know what affects the stress level. I guess being in the quiz club, it makes sense that she would be stressed out. Like, her life is constantly threatened. Alright, let's keep going. We have a few more keys to collect. So far, I've only used my trick of like always sticking to one side, so I haven't needed to actually look at the map of the labyrinth. Hopefully that works until the end. Septimus Decimus. In which 2014 issue of Art Filter can you read the article about Lorelei Weiss? It's issue 2. Truth above all, risk my life, brother. Correcto. Alright, we haven't made a mistake so far. Do more of him show up, or like, does he move? Gamble to pass or perish. How many items were submitted for examination in case? I think it's 5. It's 5 items. I don't know what that first option does when you're like, oh, this fear is bothering me. Oh, we've got 2 brothers. How many statues stand by the Minotaur below the red maze? 2. Fear of death obstructs truth. Spare me, brother. I wonder what that does. I guess maybe he just shoots you. He's like, well, if you don't know, then perish. It's 2. This is one that's not in your documents. Like, you just have to know. Correct. So you wouldn't need to visit this place like pretty much at the end of the game so that you know the answer to all of these. If you came here earlier, then... Oh, I'm about to enter the middle. It's the Minotaur, man. Shall we save before we try and get past him? Let's do that. Let's save. Surely his question's going to be like a little different. What is your question, brother? You have done well to come this far. But only the Nocens Mulier knows the answer to our final question. From top to bottom, what did my underground brother say? From top to bottom. Oh, the Minotaur? Wait, that would be a memory. Minotaur statue? Oh, is it the code he wants? Oh, no numbers, so it's only the symbols he wants. Well, then it's sigma, phi, pi, and delta. You are not the Nonsense Media. Oh, it's not that? From top to bottom. I feel like I got it right. Did I enter like the wrong symbol? From top to bottom. Sigma, phi. Oh, I put the triangle. I put this when it was this. My bad. Sorry, I thought that was delta. Now it should be correct. You are the no sense Muriel. Reach the center of the quiz club, where we shall find little owl girl. The perseverance in your heart has proven great. You have reached the center once more. Beyond the mirror ahead exists another reality. Broken from whence you came, unbroken by the powers of truth. The red gallery is beyond and below. It houses the three symbols of truth you seek. But know that the passing of time rearranges all. Construct their original arrangement in your mind's eye. Paint the three symbols of truth in your memory. Return through the looking glass once you believe yourself done. All right. It's the old lady. Oh. It just says it. Lorelei Weiss. I mean, I knew that was her name, but you can spend your time going through letters, documents, and whatever else you can find, but nothing can change your memory. Please open your eyes and face the truth. So it's like, it's the manor again. But different? Nothing can be saved now. You are in too deep. Ooh. Spooky. There's a spider on my ceiling again. This has become a regular occurrence on this channel. Oh, okay. So I can't go to the left or the right or down there. Right, we're supposed to go to the red gallery, right? The first symbol, red paint. You can keep trying to conceal this in all possible manners, make up stories or tell it like it never was, but the truth is right before your eyes if you want to see it. Is it just which ones are red and white, or like is there more to this? The second symbol. Okay, so that was 1. You keep mixing things up. Stop playing games. I'm not. That's number 2. The third symbol. It is time to end this constant rearrangement of history. This is your last chance to make peace with the truth before you go. The third symbol. And it just takes you back to the first one. So there's only 3 in total. That's it? Just knowing these symbols, that's all I needed? Okay. Not sure what I do with those. Huh. Do I still need to deal with the other brothers, or like as soon as you reach the center, they kind of leave you alone? No, there's still some of them. Vicimus Quartus. What year is MDCCCXLV? That's 1847. Correct. Another $1. I'm gonna get to buy a bunch of games. How many journeyed in silk robes and tattered rags, in gilded wagons and on bloody souls? That does sound familiar. I don't quite remember where I read this. Seven journeyed in silk robes and tattered rags, in gilded wagons and bloody souls. It's 7. Correct. God, there's so many of them. What date in January was the first Monday of 1847? The first Monday of 1847. Ooh, I don't know this one. The first Monday. Where would I see this? Oh, because of this journal. Monday is the 4th. Correct. These are getting kind of harder. How many years did Lorenzo the Great walk on this earth? Oh, that's in one of the letters. 49. 49 years. So his is not one of the tombstones in the graveyard then. Because one was 40 years, the other one was 39 years, the other one was 2014, which I think is Lorelei. How many mannequins stand in the room behind the revolver door? That's easy. 2. Right? Unless there were others that I didn't notice. Okay, correct. How many puzzle boxes are included in the work Verschlossene Erinnerungen? I think it's 9. Right? I'm pretty sure it's 9. Because it's as many as there are doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus it's always 9. Hope I'm right about this. Okay. So as soon as you have the easel on the front yard and the easel on the card below the hat, which you can find very early, you can basically access this place, I guess, as soon as you reach the west side of the house, which is pretty early in the game. So you could potentially be like navigating this puzzle, this maze without having any of the answers. And then you have to kind of come back to this later. I think I looped back to the beginning somehow. And I'm still missing some keys. Oh, nope. At what street number does Yamamoto live? That's going to be in the phone directory. Yamamoto 62. Correct. Finally a key. Alright. If I am but a hollow container, then this key must not be mine. How many minutes long is automobile? It is 1 hour 42 minutes, so 102 minutes. Correct. Okay, so there's 9 keys, and based on this, the keys are located at the same spots as the slabs on the original labyrinth, so I guess now I'm gonna follow the map in order to get them all. Turn here. There should be a key right there, yes. If my house never was, then this key must not be mine. 1938. It's good that they show you this to kind of help you orient yourself. That's the final one. If here is not a place, then this key must not be mine. I think that's the last one. Because we have 9 keys. I might be missing some dollars. But, I don't care about the dollars that much, so now we just need to find an exit. And I guess I might have to come back here at some point to get like whatever questions or dollars I might have missed. Okay, made it outside. We're missing $1 in the quiz club. That sucks. And 2 questions. I guess I'll have to revisit it at some point. Maybe I'll do that like in between episodes because I don't want to waste you guys' time. We have every dollar in the hotel, every dollar outside, every dollar in the mausoleum. Missing a few in the red maze and a few in the games. I might do that like in between the episodes. So now we can open the doors. Like, do I want to do this now or wait for the next episode? Oh man, I've had to wait so long before opening these damn doors. I kind of want to do it now. I'm really curious to see what's in these doors. Let's do at least one. Let's do 1938. "1938, Lorelei Weiss. Using modern techniques, the artist plays with perception in 1938. Twisted perspectives appear correct, small appears big, yet always with an equal. We are thus to believe that truths come in pairs. Matching our own truth is another truth, hung on display for everyone to see." Untitled perspective painting. And this gives us the solution to the puzzle box. Okay, so clearly you have to match like this. And then what? Look for the number that's like this size. Eight? No, it would be 3. I mean, is the first one on the left? That doesn't really tell me. Oh, because that's the pattern on the door. Right, okay, so the first... Okay, I see. So we have to match the pattern on the door. I see. So the first... Basically... So you have this shape on the door. And so it's telling you if you're standing like at the beginning of it, the first square on the left, if you match this size... Right? You have to match the size very precisely. The number matching this size. It's not 8, it's close. It's not 9, it's close. It's 3. Okay. And then the second frame, this size. One? I think it's 1. The third frame, back there. Is 8. And this one is pretty big. That's gonna be 6. But you can only enter like 4 numbers on these boxes, so maybe if you do them in the right order, then you can enter all of them, maybe? That's a 7. Now on the other side, zero. Okay, so I like that probably each door is gonna have its own little puzzle. That's nice. Nine. Two. Very big square here. That's 5, which leaves only 4. Okay, so that's that room. Now, if we go to the exhibit, I just need to know what's in these boxes before I end the episode. So that's for 1938. I think it's this one. So then that would be 0, 1, 2, 3. Or I guess I just have to spell the year. So 1938. Ah, yes. It's a page. Oh, it's gonna give us the names. Her parents started worrying about the situation in the city, and in 1938 they decided that she should go live with her aunt in the country. Aunt Joanna had suffered several nervous breakdowns, and her grip on reality was at times fleeting. She would, however, look back at the 4 years with happiness. My aunt taught me what she pieced together about art, but often forgot to feed me. Oops. She prepared me well for life as an artist. Yeah. So now we have the name Joanna. And now, what happens if we go and say Joanna to the old woman? So many like interconnected puzzles. Boy, do I have some news for you. Do you remember someone called Joanna? Oh, this is for the supercomputer, right? It's the dials. Now, what is this called? 1938 memory. Yeah. All right. Okay, so yeah, this is for the supercomputer. So it's a vision. All right, so now all we have left to do is open all the doors with the keys, solve all the puzzles, open all the puzzle boxes, and then say all the words to dear old Lorelei, and then we can log into the supercomputer, potentially, right? Because that's really all we have left to do is unlocking these rooms, opening the boxes, and then logging into the supercomputer. So I think last episode will definitely be the last one. You smell that? I can smell the ending of this game. We've worked really hard for it, and we're about to achieve it, I think. So a ton more progress today. I don't think it was the most exciting stuff to watch. In fact, I might edit it down quite a bit. But I still had fun. We made progress, and I cannot wait to see how everything is going to come together at the end in the next episode, which I have to assume will be the final one. I hope you've enjoyed the journey until now and hope you will join me for the next one. So until next time, that is all for tonight. You have been a wonderful audience. Go away.